It is not often that I talk about digital products on my channel, but people keep sending me digital products for me to maybe review on my channel, and I'm now sitting on a folder on my computer that has almost 200 different kinds of PDFs and from modules and companions and all that stuff that's on the Dungeon Masters Guild and Drive-Thru RPG, and I take a look at everything. So every now and then I feel obligated to point you guys towards a few modules that I think are worth looking at. So here are my top 3, well, at least 3 modules that I think are worth picking up from the Dungeon Masters Guild. The first one is kind of cheating, and that is because I am actually affiliated with the product I am going to show it to you guys right now, and it is, of course, Artifacts of the Guild. If you have been on my channel for a while, you know that there was a book that I reviewed that was called Monsters of the Guild, which were all kinds of different kinds of monsters created by all kinds of creators from the Dungeon Masters Guild. Well, they've done the same thing with artifacts. Now there is a compendium holding more than 260 new magic items, artifacts, and all kinds of crazy stuff that people were able to come up with. All kinds of different creators, bigger creators, smaller creators, have put their artifacts in this compendium, and there is a lot of cool stuff in there, and the PDF is out right now. And a reason for you to pick it up, of course, is because yours truly, me, Mr. T, has only one, but has a artifact, or well, at least a magic item, a rare item in there. They asked me to write something up and to come up with something, and I actually have this magic item that I use in all of my campaigns, which is called the TikTok Turn Back the Clock. I know it's a very weird name, but it is actually a pocket watch that you can use to turn back the clock like a few seconds, which basically enables you to do a reroll of any d20 roll. It's a very funny item if you add it to your campaign, but there's a lot of great stuff in there, and it only will set you back, at least the PDF will only set you back $9.99 if I'm not mistaken, so $10 or something, and there is a lot of magic items in there. And somebody on my Twitter actually stated, which is very smart, that having third-party artifacts, having a compendium of third-party artifacts in your game is very cool, because your players, at least those book-devouring types of players, they will not know what's going on if you use any of the artifacts out of Artifacts of the Guild. It is a great companion. If you're into hard copies and you have a limited amount of cash, do not, by any means, do not pick up the PDF right now, because in a few weeks, I do not know when exactly, but I will surely let you know on this channel, there will be a hard copy which I will be reviewing fully on this channel, also on the Dungeon Masters Guild, so a print on demand type of thing, just like Monsters of the Guild. Monsters of the Guild was an amazing book, and Artifacts of the Guild, believe me, I have the PDF, is again an amazing compendium. If you have been on my channel for a while now, you know that I am a big fan of JVC Perry. JVC Perry is the creator, well, he's a co-creator and writer of the, well, my number one small one-shot campaign adventure thingy bookie, and that is, of course, the Shore of Dreams. The Shore of Dreams is a very good module, but I've been talking about that a lot now. But after liking his stuff and playing a game with him online a few times, we kind of became buddies, and, well, I hope we're buddies, because I'm now here on YouTube saying that we're buddies, while I don't know if he thinks that I'm cool. So I think he's cool, so he's my buddy, at least. I hope it is the other way around. Anyway, he has a new adventure. He sent me a new adventure in my mailbox called The Wizard of Zo, or the Wizard of the Wizard of Zoo. I don't know how you have to pronounce it, but I will just say the Wizard of Zoo, because it's the most easy way of pronouncing it for me. Basically, there's this group that is camping in the jungle of Chult, and their job is to fend off undead that are roaming the lands, and every time there's undead, they have to take care of business. But then, once upon a time, this weird hat, this big-ass green hat, together with some were-tigers, very weird were-tigers, they attack the camp, and there's a very big head floating out there, and he's actually demanding money because he believes that the land is his, and he's demanding kind of payment from the camp because he wants them to pay for being there. So that's the setup of the story, but of course it's a ripoff of the Wizard of Oz. So if you know the Wizard of Oz a little bit, you kind of know what might be happening, but there's some great twists in there, and I won't spoil it for you because it's one of those small short adventures that is just very fun. And JVC Perry has this very cool way of using humor in his stories, and of course now this is a straight up parody to something. So yeah, it's just a funny little adventure that will set you back only a few dollars, and it's very well worth picking up. Sorry for being so short about the Wizard of Zoo and not telling you everything about it, but it's one of those adventures you really can't really talk about, because if you want people to play it and experience it, they have to figure it out for themselves. A cool thing about the Wizard of Zoo is that it is set in the jungle of Chult, so meaning that if you have players that are in the jungle of Chult for a different story arc, maybe an official Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition story arc, it is a great adventure to just do in between, because it is a second tier adventure. So if your players have been in the jungle or around there just doing their business and leveling up, maybe this is a good one to just put in there. It's kind of a drag and drop thing, and it is again up to par with everything JVC Perry does. Really quick, don't tell anybody, but the next hard copy I will be reviewing on my channel will be this one. There are a lot of people putting out PDFs on the Dungeon Masters Guild, and there is a lot of talent out there, and there's also a lot of people putting PDFs out there that are just not up to par with other PDFs that are out there, especially when it comes to the campaigns or the adventures that focus on newer DMs and newer players. And I think it's a damn shame that there's so many people that just put out stuff that just doesn't really feel finished. I mean, I get adventures that don't have like a single piece of artwork, and I know artwork is expensive, and I know it's hard to go around and try to sell your stuff, especially when there's such high amount of stuff on the Dungeon Masters Guild. But please take half a year longer or something to get some artwork, even if it's just a little bit black and white artwork, stuff like that. Make a nice layout, because just a Word document or something like that, having some text, it just doesn't cut it for me if I have to pay for it as a customer. I am a reviewer, and that's the way I look at things. On the other hand, there are some people that I have never heard about that sent me their stuff, and I just glance at it and I think, this is awesome. And one of those people is Janek Siliki. I'm sorry, Janek. How, I don't know. I think I'm butchering your name, but anyway, he sent me one of his adventures, and it is an adventure that actually focuses on people, on Dungeon Masters that haven't been running any games to that point, and it just helps Dungeon Masters run the adventure, and it is a great adventure all by itself. I'm not gonna really talk about what the adventure actually is, because it only costs a few dollars. Just pick it up if you are new to the Dungeon Mastering game. I know there's a lot of people that have been playing Dungeons and Dragons for a long time, maybe even 5-6 years, but never ever DM'd or GM'd a game. Well, with this one, it is your time. I mean, there's pre-gen characters in there. There's even a sheet that you can tick off to see if you actually taken care of everything, if you're tracking the story. It's actually a story track, campaign track thingy. There is great artwork in here. The artwork kind of reminds me of some Farmville stuff. The story and everything in here is not really the most original one, but it is just very well written. There's cool artwork in there, and it is just good for new Dungeon Masters. So yeah, it is a very good adventure for people who are just looking for a level 1 or level 2 easy to run adventure, and it is even a better adventure for people who have never ran an adventure. So to summarize, we have a book that has 260 new artifacts, rare items, magic items, and all that jazz, containing one of mine. We have a very cool adventure, tier 2 adventure from JVC Perry in the Jungle of Chult, where a weird floating wizard hat is sending were-tigers to a camp, and he's messing with everybody. And of course we have a very cool adventure that focuses on new DMs, but is just a easy to run adventure for anybody looking for a quick adventure to start a new party of level 1 players. So yeah, I'm planning on doing more of these types of videos because the digital stuff on my computer is really piling up, and I just, every time I've got a few of them, like 3 or 4 or 5 of them, I just wanted to point you guys towards them if I think they are worth your money. The 3 adventures or the 3 modules I've covered in this video very quickly. If you buy all 3 of them, it will have set you back less than $20, and you'll have some great content for that. So make sure to click one of the links in the description below. They are affiliate links, so if you decide to spend anything on the Dungeon Masters Guild, after clicking on that link, I will get like a few cents for it. I mean, I can buy me a few cups of coffee for that, although I only drink decaf because I go crazy. Anyway, I hope you like this type of video. If you do not like this type of video, make sure to click the thumbs down. If you like this type of video, make sure to click the thumbs up. And of course, I hope your inspiration may guide you.